I used to work as a marriage counselor, and this couple came in. They had been married for 20 years. First, the wife wanted to speak to me alone, so the husband agreed to sit out in the hallway and wait his turn. As soon as the wife sat down, I said, "You say you have been married for 20 years, so what seems to be the problem?" The wife starts yelling. She says, "It is my husband. He is the problem. He's driving me crazy, and if he continues, I am going to leave him." I asked her, how does he drive her crazy? She said, for 20 years, he's been doing these stupid things. First, whenever they go out, he is always looking at the floor and he refuses to go near anyone. She said it was very embarrassing. Then she continues to say that he keeps picking his nose all the time in public. I said, well, is there anything else? She paused for a minute and then she said, whenever we're making love, he never lets me get on top. And I want to be in control every once in a while. I told her that I understood everything she was saying. Now, can I please talk to your husband? So she goes out in the hallway and she waits, and her husband walks in and he sits down. I wasted no time. I said, your wife said you are driving her crazy, and if you keep this up, she is going to leave you. He looked shocked. He said, what? For 20 years, I've only been loving and considerate, and I've always given her what she wants. So what could be the problem? I told him to calm down, and I started explaining to him that his habits are driving her crazy. I said, first, you're always acting strange in public. You're looking at the floor and never going near anyone else. He looked concerned and he started explaining to me where he got these habits from. He said it's one of the few things that my father told me to do on his deathbed. I said, well, explain further for me so I can understand. He said his father told him not to step on anyone's toes. That's why he's always looking down and he never goes near anyone while he's in public. I said, actually, that means you should not do anything that would cause anyone else to get angry. He looked at me and he was like, oh, okay. And then I continued. I asked him, do he keep picking his nose in public? He said, well, it's another thing my father commanded me to do. He told me to always keep my nose clean. I started shaking my head. I said, that means you should not get involved in any criminal activity. He started looking stupid, but I still continued. I said, and finally, you never allow her to be on top during love making. He started to get serious. He said, this is the last thing my father commanded me to do on his deathbed, and it's the most important thing. I said, well, what did he say? He leaned forward and he said, my father told me in his last breath, don't screw up.